Internet, I'm Hamster Bomb, and you are back with some more Pokemon Q-Charm. And today, we've got a really awesome hunt plan because we're actually heading down from where we just were into the Viridian Forest. Now, of the notes that I've been coming up with of Kanto, because seriously, Kanto is so huge, we gotta figure out where exactly to go. Now, there's a lot we can get in here. A lot. So, I'm gonna try and shorten it down into just a few. At least the ones I'm basically knocking out Hoenn Sound, Sinnoh Sound. We're gonna go back and do all that stuff later. Oh yeah, and if I didn't mention yet, if you guys are new to the second face cam thing, that's basically down there because I lost the audio for that and it was really upsetting. But you guys told me to do what I'm doing now, so you got some sort of commentary going for this, and you can still see my reaction. So whatever, that's cool. But anyway, so in the Viridian Forest, actually let me pull it up here on Celebi as well because there's a lot of really cool stuff that we can find in here, and in the grass, I'm pretty sure we're mainly looking for Pikachus. Pikachu is a rare in here, so it's not gonna be that fun to try and find him. We also need to get him twice, and it's also going to be a her, just saying, because Magic using its Q-Charm glitch, which is making all the Pokemon shine for us in this game if you're also new to that as well. That is going to make the Pikachu a female. So, Pikachu is actually a 6% in here. That's morning, that's day, and at night it's only 5. But clearly we're in here either in morning or day because we just saw like Pidgeotos and stuff. So, anyway, that's weird that Pikachu gets less. Man. But anyway, there's a shiny Caterpie, so yeah, that's explaining that. So, I remember very little from actually recording these videos, but I do remember, in particular, this one I spent a long time talking with you guys about the Celebi story, why I want shiny Celebi so much and why I like Celebi so much, and I know you guys ask me that a lot, so I want to make sure that I do spend that time. Again, I want to make sure that you guys, got that information so I can refer to this video if I need to. I'm not sure what I'm doing there. Oh yeah, but beforehand, I probably should go over, those stuff on my notes that explains, like, what all is in Viridian Forest that we really want to do. So, okay, so aside from in the grass, we're going to find a Pikachu. Supposedly, there's also a swarm we can find in here, which is Kricketot. Fortunately for us, we just found Kricketot. So obviously, I made my notes before, catching these Pokemon. So Kricketot is already knocked off the list. And aside from that, we have 2 more targets today, which are Headbutt hunts. The first one is for a Seedot. And that's really sweet. We're going to try and find a shiny Seedot. I believe you can find Nuzleafs in the Safari Zone with objects, though. So we're only going to get 1. And aside from that, we have Shroomish, who appears in here. Now, Breloom does appear in the Safari Zone, but I'm pretty sure you need to wait like a really long time, so we might go for 2 if we can do that. I don't remember. But anyway, for the most part, that's the day that we got planned for this stuff. Now, just so I can kind of like briefly go over what I got on my notes right here, just like confirm with you guys like other stuff that we really got to go find. And if you guys want to help me like figure out what other stuff do we have to get that is not on my list right now that, we haven't seen in other episodes. Okay, so, and that's in Kanto too. So, aside from all that craziness, I didn't even write down stuff that's in the Safari Zone because Safari Zone is so huge. So, ignoring the Safari Zone, I'm looking, starting at Route 1. I'm just going to read Pokemon, I guess, but I should explain where. Route 1, we got Furrets we got to get. We're going to Headbutt a Wurmple. Actually, we can knock that off because just last time, we headbutted a Wurmple, and we do not need to do that anymore. Hoenn Sound, Plusle-Minun, and Sinnoh Shinx. Okay, so that is in lots of places. In fact, I think it's even in Viridian Forest. No, it's not, actually. In Viridian Forest, you're going to Hoenn Sound, Sploik-Nummel, and Sinnoh Sound, Carnivine Budew. That's kind of interesting. So, anyway, on Mount Silver, we can get Sneasel, as well as Moltres. Now, okay, finally a Pikachu, and it's not shiny. That stinks. But anyway, Moltres is not going to be affected by the Q-Charm glitch. That's not how this is going to work. I'm actually going to soft reset for a shiny Moltres, 1 out of 8,192 odds. I'm going to do that because I just want one so badly. But shiny Sneasel is one that we are going to have to get out of there with Magic. So keeping that in mind. I'm pretty sure also up there we're supposed to get a Rapidash. I don't know why I didn't write that. I'm going to write it down here because I'm, like, almost positive that's where you get Rapidash. Bidash. Thank you. But if not, I'm going to remember it for later. So, Mountain Moon. Basically all the same for the inside stuff, like I said last time in the Diglett Cave. Hoenn Sound is Absol Makuhita, and Sinnoh is Bronzor Chingling. Route 10, oh, nice, we're gonna have Electabuzz. That's gonna be a shocking discovery. No, okay. But actually, also, I believe that's where we're gonna get Zapdos, which is another one that I'm going to soft resetting for. That's gonna be taking forever, but I want to do it because I really want to get all of the shinies from Kanto and Johto, because it's just so awesome. Hoenn Sound and Sinnoh Sound in that area are going to give us different Pokemon: Whismur, Linoone, and Buizel Bidoof. So, there's that. We've already done Route 8, which was Pidgeotto and Kadabra. Diglett Cave has been taken care of as well. Route 2, we have taken care of Starly. And we're moving ahead. Cherry Grove City, we are going to Headbutt out a Tailo. However, I think we need Rock Climb for that. We also need Rock Climb for a couple out of these Headbutt hunts. I'm not sure which ones. We also, for Route 25, have to Headbutt 3 Slackoths. 3 of them, because you can't... I don't think you can find Vigoroth, though you might be able to find him in the Safari Zone. I'm not sure. We'll figure that out, but anyway, we're going to go for Slackoth. Burmy is another one we want to go for, so that's really sweet. We have Cherubi in the National Park. The Bug Contest, we went all over those before, but just to name them all so you guys are like taking notes if you want to and you want to figure out what's coming up soon. Nincada, Silcoon, Volbeat, Kricketune, Dustox, Cascoon, Beautifly, Silcoon. All of that is coming out of there, and another Scyther, so I'm going to write that too. S-C-O-T-H-E-R. And Route 35, we do have to get another Yanma. I wrote down here to wait for the Swarm, because we've already done it at insanely high odds, and right now we can get swarms of these Pokemon, so we might as well try for it. Because we have a lot of other Swarm Pokemon that need to appear, we're going to be checking our Swarms anyway, so if a Yanma appears, I'm going to head on over there and try and get a Yanma for you guys. Same thing for Snubbull, who's next, another 1%. Let's not do that. Route 38, however. Next is Route 32, another Swarm. Thank God for Remoraid. I didn't know that he swarmed like that, but it's really going to help us, because we need to get that Octillery. Vermilion City, we're going to get a swarm of Wingulls. We can get 2 of those. We can get a normal Wingull and a Pelipper. Even though I've got tons of shiny Wingulls, that's not the point. We're trying to get all the Pokemon in Q-Charm. So, anyway, aside from that, moving ahead. Ooh, that's nice. Route 34 is going to give us a swarm of Ralts. So, we actually need, no, just 3. I cannot get a male one, which means that I'm only getting a Ralts, Curly, and a Gardevoir. I have a shiny Gardevoir already, so that's cool. I really love that line, though. It was like my 4th or 5th shiny Pokemon. I think 4th. So, that was really exciting and all, but, you know, if I was going to get one new, I'd prefer to get the Gallade, but, you know, it doesn't matter. We'll probably figure it out later and some other time I'm going to hunt one. So, Route 9, swarm of shiny Sableye. That's going to be sweet. Route 45, a swarm of Swablu. We're going to need 2 of those. Violet City has a swarm of Whiscash. Interesting. No Barboach? How do I get Barboach? Probably get Barboach from the Safari Zone. I would imagine so. Route 3 is going to have a swarm of Baltoys. And Route 19 is going to have a swarm of Clamperls. That's nice. Route 12 is going to have a swarm of Relicanth. Ah, I was hoping that was it. Dang it, nope. That's unfortunate, but we're gonna keep going anyway. We're gonna find that Pikachu eventually. Route 27 is gonna give us a swarm of Love Discs, and Route 25 is gonna give us a swarm of Paneris. Of course, the next Pokemon shine. The Seafoam Islands is gonna give us Dugong as well as Seadra, and we need 2 Seadras in order to get the Kingdra. Sprout Tower, we need to go back there in order to use Hoenn Sound and Sinnoh Sound. Hoenn Sound is gonna grant us a Zigzagoon Spinda. Sinnoh Sound is Meditite Chatot. I just thought, you know, because of Spinda, and that was my list, by the way, so if anyone wanted to stop there and, like, try and figure out other Pokemon that I missed, please go ahead and help me. But anyway, Spindas. Like, I don't want to farm any shinies out, but wouldn't it be so cool to try and catch, like, 100 shiny Spindas and, like, you know, match up patterns and spots? That would also, like, give me a good idea if they are all identical Pokemon, you know? Because I am very confident these are not RNG clones based on the spreads that I've been seeing, but if I get, like, 2 identical Spindas, that would, you know, tell me I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it's not, though, but just out of curiosity, it'd be kind of cool. Plus, Spinda's just a silly Pokemon anyway. So, yeah. That's basically what we got to look forward to, aside from the Safari Zone. The Safari Zone is its own beast, with so many Pokemon in there, and if you don't believe me, go to Celebi, type in Heart Gold, Soul Silver Safari Zone, and just look at all the object Pokemon that can appear. That's what we're going for. Now, obviously, there's a lot of them in there that you have to wait a really long time for. I don't really have the time to be doing that, you know what I mean? And you guys, like, okay, you actually have to wait in real time, so it's not really fair for you guys to actually have to wait, like, months in order to get a new shiny out of there, especially if it's, like, just okay, or maybe sometimes one that I've already gotten, you know, like a Bagon, Shelgon, Riolu. Shinies I already have that I'm like, yeah. I mean, for Q-Charm's sake, we could do that, but the thing is, it's, like, you can't even glitch your game and change the time over to another date, or even, like, keep letting the date change over every, you know, tell it it's a minute before the next day, and then let one day pass, then you go back, do it again another day, and you keep doing that till you get, like, you know, 30 or 60 days, or whatever it needs, and that won't work, because the game detects as soon as you change the time, it starts your count over. So, you actually have to wait in real time in order to get those object Pokemon to appear, which is really gonna stink. There's a lot of them in there, so that's gonna be its own beast. We're going to obviously talk about that when we get back to the Safari Zone, figure out what you guys think about what we really should be doing to, you know, figure out, like, what do we do in terms of those Pokemon that, I mean, in terms of my rule for Safari Zone, hunting in Heart Gold, we should be doing it. I mean, maybe, like, when we're doing the Platinum series or another series after this, whatever it may be, Platinum or Pearl, or I don't know, whenever, honestly, whatever I can get my hands on, or what you guys can donate, or something like that, because I don't have another copy that I can use. So, anyway, that aside, maybe I can, like, set up the Heart Gold game to be waiting, you know, and it has the objects in place, and we're doing another series, and then randomly I'll, like, jump back in, and we'll do another Heart Gold Q-Charm episode, where we go back and get, like, some new Pokemon. That'd be really cool. We could do it that way, we can actually get all of them. But aside from that, I mean, I don't know. Some are really cool, though, you know? Like, ones that I'd really want to get anyway, so it's really up to you guys. It's really, I want to hear what you guys think about that, and we'll figure it out from there. So, that's my newts. My nuts. Those are my nuts. No, those are not my nuts. But yeah, I know you guys probably pointed it out. I wrote my notes on a calendar, an old calendar, and yeah, it's only because, you know, I wasn't using it. It was spare paper that, by the time I got that calendar, surprisingly, I actually used this for scheduling out my videos, and I didn't start doing that until, June, apparently. No, late May. Yeah, late May I started doing that. Oh, dang, that's when I started it. It started on, May 27th, when I had 10 videos go up on one day. That was basically all, Persona 3 stuff, and, yeah. That Persona series kind of failed, and it was all just because of a friend of mine who really kept losing stuff. He, like, lost audio multiple times on multiple episodes, and then he lost all of the footage on multiple episodes, and it just kept going on and on and on, and it would take him forever to actually render stuff and get to editing, and he just is not up to doing that, and he was in charge of doing all that stuff, really. I mean, like, it was nothing I could have done to help, you know what I mean? Like, he said he really wanted to do this series with me. I said, yeah, sure, let's do it. You just need to do the editing, because I don't have time right now. I got too many other series on my plate, but, you know, in the end, that's what happened, so, really stunk, but, anyway, that aside, I didn't really want to get into that. What I really wanted to get into this episode was, now that we're in this awesome, dense forest, it is reminding me of, is it the, Ilex Forest? The Ilex Forest, where I believe Celebi, I said Celebi, where Celebi does appear in this game. Now, it's not like an interact or anything, it's an event. No, you can get it as an event, but it just kind of reminded me, like, hey, of that Celebi story that I keep saying that I wanted to tell you guys, but it's kind of long, and I didn't want to, like, you know, waste a whole episode of something where I'm just telling you this, but I can tell you now, and you can probably see down below, this is a long episode. I do see that. This is like the only thing I can see is it ends at about 47 minutes long. Yikes. So, figure, you know, just help me talk my way through this one, because unfortunately I have no clue what I'm actually saying here, which is a shame. That's really the real loss of this episode thing, but still, I do remember in here I did want to talk to you guys about why I like Celebi so much and why I really want to hunt one. And if you guys can give me a hand actually and figure out some way that I can hunt a shiny Celebi, I'd be so happy. Or if like someone from Pokemon out there actually sees this and like, I don't know, makes like some event or something like that where I can actually shiny hunt for a Celebi, I'd be so happy. So happy. What I really want ideally is a shiny Celebi that I can transfer up into the new generation. And I want to have it there because I feel like if I can't bring the Pokemon all the way up, it's like not real or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I lost it. Eventually along the line, I'm not going to have that shiny anymore, which that really stinks. You know what I mean? Like a friend of mine just hunted a shiny Celebi in Pokemon Crystal, I think, and yeah, it's cool. It's like one of the only ways to hunt that shiny Pokemon right now. Obviously, you have to hack the event back into your game or find a miraculous copy that... I don't even think it's possible anymore. Find a miraculous copy that took the event, did not get the Celebi, and then saved it the whole time, and the battery didn't burn out. That's like impossible to find right now. So, aside from that basically not being possible at all, that's like the only way to legitimately hunt a shiny Celebi, and it is only in the 2nd generation down. So I want to find one that is in 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th generation. Obviously, there's no way to shiny hunt a Celebi in the 6th generation at all. You get given a couple events for it. I'm basically going to try and work my way back here so we can figure this out. And, or I should tell the story first. Alex, just tell the story first. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? But I guess I'll get into that later of like how I want to figure out hunting it. But anyway, if you guys can really help me figure out how, then we'll do that. But anyway, the why. So basically, when I was younger, I had a like really big Pokemon, not really big Pokemon collection of cards and toys and stuff like that. Really, like compared to what my neighbors had or some of my friends, like my collection was like pitifully small. We are still looking for this freaking Pikachu. Well, I mean, granted, it's what, a 6% chance, but still, man, this is an insane zoom right here. I guess I should save this for after the Pikachu thing, but I'll try and get a little bit out here. So, for the most part, I was collecting cards, and I was really excited when, like, you know, a neighbor would say, oh, this was like the cruelest thing. I didn't have any Pokemon cards at all, and I was, like, so jealous when my friends had, like, cards of these things, and, oh, wait. Finally, shining Pikachu. My neighbor said he would give me this one Pokemon card, and I was so excited. It was a Staryu. It was a common. To him, it was nothing. But I was so excited. I was so happy about it. I ran around and I showed everybody in the neighborhood. And I came out, I showed my parents. I was so excited. Look, I got a Pokemon card. And eventually, as in like a half hour later, he came back and he just took it back. Like, he didn't even ask. He just took it back. So I was like, oh, okay. But maybe from there, my parents started getting me some stuff when I was younger. But anyway, started getting some Pokemon cards, and I was really excited. Like, from that, I always felt like no matter what I found in the cards or what I got from toys, I was like always inferior to what my friends always had, because they were always like, their parents was always buying them, you know, hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. Yeah, I'm not even taking any sass from this Pikachu. 1, 2, 3, click. And we're gonna have to go back and get another one later. We're not gonna do it in this episode though, because he's so hard to get. And level 7, I mean, you could try repel tricking it, but it's not gonna help. I would have to get another Jigglypuff too, which stinks. The mouse Pokemon. This intelligent Pokemon roasts hard berries with electricity to make them tender enough to eat. That's interesting. Like, if like a wild creature could control electricity like that, it probably would do things like that, you know what I mean? So that's actually kind of interesting. And we got the Hearttail because it is a female Pikachu. Your nickname to the common Pikachu? Absolutely. Zazafraz? Where? Yeah, where did that come from? Nothing? You're not gonna explain that? Alright, okay. I mean, for people who can actually, like, read lips, I'm really curious what I'm saying down there, but, anyway, so, like I said, the next hunt is gonna be a Headbutt hunt, so I'm gonna have to look around, figure out which is our lucky tree that is going to be giving us both the Seedots and the, whatever it is called, the Shroomish. So, anyway, yeah, so I always kind of felt, because, you know, they had so much more than me. Their parents were like spoiling them, always buying tons of cards and stuff like that. They always had more, and I was always like the last one to see any of this new stuff, so I was always, you know, kind of upset about it. But anyway, well, not really. I mean, I was really grateful for what I got. You know what I mean? Like, imagine how happy I was to get a Staryu, and then later to get, like, you know, other cards and foils and stuff like that. And I had a blue binder. That was my favorite. It was so cool. It was my favorite thing I had. And what it was I put all the Pokemon cards in it that I found in number order, as in the Pokedex in the game. I would constantly go between Pokemon Red and my cards and try and organize them properly. And I would, like, make huge messes all over the carpet. My parents got so mad. I'd, like, make messes all over the carpet of, like, taking all my cards out and reorganizing stuff. I'm not even getting to the Celebi part yet, I'm sorry, but we have time, so I might as well tell you the juicy whole part of the story anyway. So, for the most part, I kept it in that order, and it was my blue binder. I called it my blue binder. And, that's another story of what happened to that. Basically, that all got, you know, got rid of. It was taken from me, and I was very, very upset. But, that's another story. I'm pretty sure I explained that in another video, but, this one is supposed to be about the Celebi. So, as I'm keeping Pokemon in number order, I'm basically trying to find new Pokemon that way in Pokemon cards. So, if I found, like, another, version of a Pokemon, I didn't really care too much. I just kind of kept the one of the art I liked on top in that slot. So, there were very few Pokemon I didn't have, like in Kanto. I did not ever have, my neighbors all did, of course. I never had the final evolutions of the starters. I never had Venusaur, Blastoise, Charizard. For some reason, I never had, these are the other two, Clefairy, Clefable. I had everything else. Everything else. I didn't have an original set Dragonite, though. I had a Dark Dragonite, which I thought was cooler art anyway, so it didn't really bother me. I just didn't really want, like, any of the dark or light Pokemon in it, because I was like, I want the Pokemon, you know what I mean? The dark light thing is just kind of weird. So we're, like, not finding anything out of any of these trees, or especially the ones that you would expect to find something from, so that's a little weird. I do remember this taking a very long time, but that's good, because, like I said, I have a lot that I wanted to talk to you guys about anyway. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so that was, for the most part, how that was going, and Johto kind of went the same way. I had a lot more gaps in Johto, though, because Johto was a lot harder. I didn't really get nearly as many packs. I think, like, I could count as many foils as I had on my hand right now. I had, a Pichu. I was really excited about my Pichu. A Hitmontop. Honestly, that might be it, other than one more. A Celebi. And, now I can finally start telling you the story of the Celebi. Now you got your context, okay? That was your setting. All this time was your setting. So, out, of course, where all the kids are talking about the new Pokemans, we were out at recess. I don't know what grade this is. I was, obviously a grade schooler at this point. And, I was talking with my friends my neighbors who actually went to the same school as me, so we were talking about the new Pokemon, and this person was telling me, or my neighbor was telling me about this new awesome Pokemon that came out. It's like just as rare as a Mew. And I was like, what? That's so cool. And he's telling me like all about it. He's like describing what it looks like by comparing it to like other parts of other Pokemon. He's like, it has the eyes of a Squirtle and like the I don't know, the green of something else. And it was like piecing things together. And like in hindsight, I'm thinking like, eyes of a Squirtle? It does not. I mean, like kind of maybe, but not really. But anyway, so I pieced like this thing together in my head, like imagining what this thing could be that of course all my friends all know about and I don't know. And they're all saying that they all wanted to try and find that card of it, and they're gonna get it first. So I was like, I know, of course, I know. I mean, I'm never gonna find, you know, of course not. I mean, I only have at that point, I only had 2 foils of this set anyway, and my parents weren't even really getting many cards for me anyway. They all, like, their parents got them stuff. So, finally, we got a Seedot, so we got a lucky tree at the very least. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of how that went. So I was like, yeah, that's cool, though. There's a new Pokemon. I'm excited about it. That's really cool. So, that day I come home from school, and Dad, I think, took me out somewhere to go shopping for something we needed. I don't remember. We went to like I think it was like a sporting goods store. And at the checkout, I don't know why in a sporting goods store they had these here, but they actually had some packs of the new Pokemon cards. And I was really excited, and I was like, oh, like, can I have a pack of Pokemon cards? And I was like talking about this new one that I really wanted to find and stuff. There we go! Shiny Seedot. Wait, do I do that every time? I just noticed I did that in sync with myself. I went like this, and I pulled my hair back. Do I do that? Or do I need a haircut? That is an interesting shiny. Look at that color change. That is nice. Seedot is a Pokemon that I kind of generally forget about. Like, I don't forget about Nuzleaf and Shiftry. They are like, I remember them all the time, but I totally forget and like separate Seedot from their line for whatever reason. So, I'm gonna scroll down a bit and actually take a look at Seedot, to get a good idea of what it knows. Well, it's level 6. Yeah, I'm just throwing a Pokemon, never mind, doesn't matter. So, I can't imagine that's not gonna... 2, 3... Okay, yeah, never mind, we caught Seedot. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Celebi does say on here that Ariados is also another Pokemon we can find in here. Though, I don't think that matters because I do have a shiny Ariados. If anything, we gotta catch another Spinarak. So, the Acorn Pokemon. It attaches itself to a tree branch using the top of its head. Strong winds can sometimes make it fall. Or, my skull. That can do it too. No, not my skull. It's, whose skull? Love. The shiny Dunsparce in the back of the party. So, its footprint looks like a boot. Do you see that? It's like little boots. That's so cute. Give a nickname to the cat, Seedot. Absolutely. Buckeye. Buckeye was transferred. That's a really cool name. Buckeye. The reason I kind of like that name, I'm going to keep looking here for a Shroomish. The reason I kind of like that name is, well, I came up with it, I don't know if you guys know, but Ohio is the Buckeye state, and I live in Ohio. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. If you guys, now you know that. But anyway, so because Seedot like really kind of is like a Buckeye, that's like what his eyes are. They look like the Buckeye, though he's got an acorn top, and Buckeyes shouldn't have those. Yeah. So, anyway, that aside, trying to get back to the Celebi thing. So that was the setting. Like all my friends are like, of course, they're talking about this new Pokemon that they're all so excited about. This event thing that's coming out soon. Though none of us ever had any of the Pokemon events, because you actually physically had to go places for that, and like they never really were around us, so that was a shame. But anyway, if we needed a Spinarak, shouldn't I catch one? Anyway, so that was kind of that setting, and we were like just checking out, and of course my dad's like really reluctant, doesn't want to get the Pokemon card pack. Well, he is like, okay, fine, you can get one. Which usually that's how I got my cards anyway. Like, I only got like one pack, you know what I mean? Like, rarely I'd get given one pack. So I was really excited when I got one, And most of the time, you rarely ever got foils. I mean, like, new cards today, they got like full art stuff. They got EX, and you get like shiny, crazy cards all the time. Reverse foils, you get one in every pack. That didn't happen back then, you know what I mean? So getting a foil already was like super crazy exciting, and it would be really, really awesome if you found one. I think you all probably know where I'm going with this already. Inside that pack of cards was a foil first edition Celebi. You have no idea how excited I was about that. I was so happy that I finally had something special that they didn't have. And it wasn't more like a ha-ha me thing. It was more like I finally got like a chance to shine. I could see what that thing looked like. I was so excited. It was so cool. It was like a time travel Pokemon because you could like read on the bottom of like descriptions. I thought that was so cool. And so it like quickly became my favorite Pokemon, and I thought it was so awesome. And of course I go tell my neighbors about it, and they were all like, oh no, I'll give you this for that card, I'll give you this for that card. All these things that they were gonna give me before, or they were never gonna trade for me before for all the other things that I had that I was like, I don't have anything really special, but I have a Rhyhorn, and they're like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, so now that they finally cared and I had something that they wanted, I'm like, no, this was mine. This card is mine. And I was really excited about that, but like I said, eventually like all my cards got taken away from me. That was another story, but I did end up getting one back just because I wanted it so much. This is actually what the card looks like. It is this one. There's very, very little foil that you can actually see in there. This is a different physical Celebi card, though, unfortunately. But that is the actual Celebi card that I found in that pack, and it is also first edition. Really exciting too. So I really, really like Celebi for that reason, and obviously as a shiny hunter, I really want to hunt my favorite Pokemon. And you know, Charizard was like my first one I did, and Shuckle ended up being another big favorite Pokemon of mine, and I hunted a bunch of shiny Shuckles. But I mean, sure, you can go for Mewtwo, you can go for Ho-Oh, you can get all these shinies that you really want, but you just can't get a shiny Celebi. And that made me so sad when I figured that out, because there are instances, like I said, where you can get a shiny Celebi, like in Crystal, but you can't do it in other generations, which I guess now I can get into what I was trying to say way back when. 6th generation, you get a couple event Celebis, but they are shiny locked. There's like the one that, yeah, I'll finally pick up that ball for you. There's the one that you get from Pokebank. There's the event we just got this year in February. There's, I think that's it. Actually, it's just those two. Never mind. Okay, so now it's insane montage time, just trying to find a tree that is going to give me the proper Pokemon. Because we're really just trying to find a Shroomish, and I had no idea, really, how freaking rare Shroomish really was, but I don't know what's up with it. I mean, the other Pokemon that you headbutt out of the trees, I'll get back to what I'm saying. I know, I juggle tangents like all the time, but I'm trying to like get back into this context, so I'm not like totally unrelated to what you're watching here. But yeah, so the I feel like, you know, like the Starly, it is only on one tree in particular, and that's just how you find it, you know what I mean? But good lord, there's like no other way to find certain other Pokemon in this area. For some reason, you just can't find this freaking Shroomish because it is random, I think, in your game which one tree has the crazy low percentage of finding it. Look at my face. Freaking finally, I found a Shroomish. It took forever, and of course, I started in the top left of Viridian Forest, and I headbutted every freaking tree in here, and that was the last one, and that is my tree. Of course it is. Anyway, that aside, now I finally can start my hunt for shiny Shroomish, now that I know it's at least here. Try and count how many Shroomishes we even pass as we go through here, but anyway, I'm gonna try and pull up the event information on Celebi right now, if I can, for you guys. Where the heck do I find that? Event database. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this up, take a look at Celebi. And yeah, so I said the ones, I'm gonna try and find one as legitimately as possible. I really don't wanna hack or cheat, obviously. But if I can hack in a legitimate event into my game and reset it that way, I'd be totally okay with that. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure based on what everyone has found online, that's basically not true. There's no way to get the shiny Celebi. Almost no way. So I'm gonna hold off on trying to explain the other ways, but for now I'm gonna keep scrolling down. So basically the X and Y ones are off limits. They're just not gonna work. So I'm actually gonna skip this one here in 2011 because I really want to talk about that one last. I do want to talk about the Agito Celebi, if I'm saying that correctly. There is a Celebi that was given out for, where the heck is it? It was in, yeah, Pokemon Coliseum's bonus disc, only in the Japanese version. If you had the English version, you had the bonus disc for Jirachi, which I had that disc too. That's another thing I lost. So, if you had that disc, supposedly, you could get a shiny Celebi out of it. People said that it was not locked. Well, I think from all the reading I've done, people have found that that is not true. The Celebi that was on that disc, sure, it was not locked, but it could only have certain IV spreads. Like, it was only within a certain chunk of IV spreads, like, that could actually generate. And unfortunately, a shiny one was not one of them. So, I'm pretty sure that is not possible to get a shiny Agito Celebi at all. It was a theory that you could for a long time, but I don't think it is anymore. So, for the most part during this video, I was actually talking about the Agito Celebi, looking up stuff on it. Fortunately, I was able to condense that and tell you more about like the actual story behind it, so that's kind of cool. But anyway, moving on from there, There's other Celebis that have been given out. That's a Japanese one right there. Here's an American one of the 10th anniversary. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire, Red, and Leaf Green. I don't know this one, actually. It was an in-life event, so it means you physically had to go somewhere, but I could still, like, hack that into my game if I found the code for it, which would be cool, but the thing is, I don't know if that's actually going to be shiny locked or not, you know what I mean? Because it has somebody else's ID. If it said yours, I'm pretty sure it would shine, but I don't know about that. So, it's an option. I don't know about that one. It was a 2006 Celebi. It says 10th anniversary. 2006 10th anniversary Celebi. If you guys can, like, find something on that, maybe I can do it like that. I don't know. I don't care what the odds are. I should probably have said that. If it's 8,192, I'll do it. You know what I mean? Like, just because you see me hunting like this doesn't mean that I don't hunt the other ways. Like I just said earlier in the video, Moltres and Zapdos are on my list 8192 style. You know what I mean? I just hunted an 8192 Mew, so I will do that stuff. So, moving up from here, I believe is the one in question that I want to talk to you guys about, because this one is very interesting. The Winter 2011 Celebi. Now, what's so interesting about this is that this event was actually never released. It was supposed to be given out in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and it was for Pokemon Black and White coming out. So, it'd be really cool because it would also be in this game, by the way. Thing is, since it was never given out, nobody really knows if it was locked or not, though we do have the codes to make this appear. So, I have no way to really look up if that Celebi was shiny locked or not. If it is not, I will do it. I will drop whatever I'm working on, I will do it. I want shiny Celebi so badly. I got a bad feeling that it would be blocked through Pokebank, which would really stink because that would technically be legitimate, except for the fact that I, one, had to hack in the event, and that the event was never given away, which means technically that Celebi, you know, could not ever have been acquired by normal means. Though, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that some places accidentally gave out that Celebi when they were not instructed to, and that's why we know about it, and that is why we have codes for it. So, that's actually not true then. So if that's the case, then yeah, that Celebi could have shined for somebody, and it would be a legitimate shiny Celebi from Pokemon directly. So if that's the case, I would totally be up for it. That'd be so exciting if I could do that. I really, really want to. You guys have no idea. I've seen some people who've actually, like, hacked their own, like, Black and White games to, like, make an interact with Celebi. And believe me, like, I would love to do that too, but I know it's fake, you know, the whole time. Like, sure, I got a shiny frame to appear, or, you know what I mean? Like, I got a shiny frame to appear, but can I not bring the Celebi into the new generation? So, that would really stink. Unless I tested it beforehand, like caught one of those Celebis that I like hacked into the game that way, transferred it up, make sure that it did, released it, because I don't want to feel like I am that guy who is farming fake legendaries or anything like that. And then I went back and shiny hunted it. I would do that too. I mean, if I had to make it myself, hey, the only reason that I'm resorting to using action replays and stuff like that is because Pokemon is not offering anything like this, and I want to hunt this so badly. So, the only other piece of the puzzle that is also in the wrench in my plan is supposedly the only two Pokemon who are shiny locked in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum are Celebi and Arceus, I think. Arceus. And I'm not sure about what to do about that, because, I mean, a shiny lock is not exactly locking a species, you know what I mean? It is more locking a particular interaction with one Pokemon. And, okay. Are we finally through this insane montage? Because that was insane, which is what an insane montage is. Look how done I am. Look, I am so done. I'm so done right there. Oh my gosh. I want to see this reaction. Yes! I'm yelling so loud I can actually hear myself. Did you hear that? Okay, and the only reason you can hear me a bit there was because through the audio jack that was plugged into my DS, Obviously, if you yell too loud, it's actually shaking it, and the vibrations, it can actually pick that up a bit. I was so loud. Oh my gosh, man. Man, that was insane. This hunt, this actually took, I didn't mention it because I've been talking so much in this episode. This hunt actually took me several days, and I really didn't want to like spoil that at all for you guys as we were going through here, but this hunt is unbelievable. I don't know how many Shroomish I've seen. I think I actually went through like 13 or so Shroomish. I don't remember. I forget. Maybe that was Meryl, but yeah, I just quickballed it. I'm like, I'm done. I'm so done with this. That Shroomish. This is another thing I was like so hurt by when these audios were lost, because it's encounters like that you want to hear what I say. Oh my gosh, that was intense though. So the mushroom Pokemon, if it senses danger, it scatters spores from the top of its head to protect itself. Huh. Oh my gosh. So anyway, we are absolutely not going to be hunting another Shroomish this way. Heck no. Instead, I'm gonna have to do whatever's necessary, get that freaking Breloom out of the Safari Zone. I know we probably gotta wait a certain amount of days for it. I gotta figure out what that is later. But anyway, it's finally out of the way. We have a freaking Shroomish. You know, we had to do this once anyway because you only get Breloom that way, I think. So, whatever. Consider it freaking done. Oh my gosh. So, anyway, going back to the Celebi thing in just a moment, because it looks like we're going to be nicknaming our Shroomish. Yeah, would you like to go nickname the cut Shroomish? Absolutely, I will. Peach was transferred to Box 18. That's interesting. Probably because of Super Mario Brothers. What I was thinking of there. You know what I mean? Like, it's a female, so I can't name it Mario or Luigi or anything, because, you know, a mushroom that's red and green. You know, red if it's shiny, green if it's not. Like, it's Super Mario Brothers. It's so cool. It's got to be a reference. You know what I mean? So, to keep that and also acknowledge that it is a female, I decided to name it Peach. So, there's that. Anyway, yeah, about those Celebis, if you guys, the one I'm really curious about mostly is the Winter 2011, American Celebi, because if that event can shine, like, throw my chips in, I'm doing that. I'm gonna do whatever's necessary to get that. I want that so badly. I'd be so excited with that. I know I've said it a million times, but anyway, now you guys know why. Oh, let me just block the DS for you guys so I can arrange everything properly. Okay, here we go. Pester, who was our last one from the last episode, so we can now take a look at our shinies that we caught this time that I kind of ignored while I was telling you guys a really roundabout story. See, I didn't want to, like, waste a whole episode of something else. You see what I'm saying? Just trying to tell you that story. It's obviously, it's kind of long. Or Ask Hamster, too. That would be, like, really long. So, anyway, this is a crazy long episode. I'm probably telling you guys the same thing about that Breloom thing. I'm like, heck no, we're not, just no. We're not getting another Shroomish that way. That took, yeah, heck no. That took way, way too long. And it also took days, and I think it's like 1 or 2 in the morning right now when I'm recording this. Not right now, it's like 3 p.m., but in game context. Yeah, poor Alex needs to go to sleep. Anyway, Zazafras! Holding an Oranberry is our first one today, who is adamant. That is terrible. That's so bad. Oh my gosh. Whatever, hey, that is the Pikachu. We will be getting a Raichu later, so hopefully Raichu is better than that. God, that's awful. Actually, I'm pretty sure my other shiny Pikachu that I hunted in Platinum is also adamant, and it's so sad. Anyway, so Buckeye is next, who is relaxed and has a sturdy body. That's, okay. That's actually pretty good. I mean, for a Seedeye, it's pretty good. I don't know about a shift tree, but of course we're gonna catch 2 Nuzleafs later, so doesn't matter, this one's just gonna stay that way, and Early Bird. Okay, interesting, and freaking finally, after these 2 shinies, which, did you guys even remember we had those 2 shinies? Because the crazy one, Peach, shiny Shroomish, is finally here. Better be good. It is Brave. Actually, no, we're not gonna fight with this one though, but it has Effect Spore, that's very good. It has decreased speed and heightened physical attack, which is actually okay. It's not amazing, it's okay. Might be what you want to, actually, you probably want Adamant out of that. I don't think you want a special attack on a Breloom. You might, I don't know. But, jeez. Either way, that was absolutely insane getting that shiny Shroomish. Like, seriously, guys, you have no idea. That took so freaking long. Oh my gosh. So, I don't want to keep, going back to the Celebi thing. I want to make sure, like, I concluded the story, so if if anyone ever asks again, I can say, like, hey, it's kind of a long story. I explained it all in, that one random episode of, Pokemon and Q-Charm, where we go for that friggin' Shroomish. But anyway, so other than that, if you guys figure out that the Winter 2011 Celebi is shiny locked and I cannot go for that, I don't know, is there some other way that I can shiny hunt for it? You know what I mean? Like, some way I can like put it into black and white. Though there might be a black and white event. Is there? No, there's not. That's seriously it. Like, Celebi is very rarely given out, so there's not too many options of which Celebi you can go for. So it's really a shame. We're actually heading over to the Safari Zone for some reason. I don't know why. I can assure you we didn't hunt anything else. Am I trying to figure out the objects? I mean, I'm telling you now, like, I already understand how the objects work. We're gonna be doing that next time for sure. I can tell you. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay, I had to think of, like, what did I do after that? Which is good that I don't really remember, because I want the episodes to be, you know, really fresh, where I don't really know what's going on, even if I'm the one in the past who's playing the games, but still, a lot of stuff is going on here. So we're basically going to be going through the Safari Zone, which is enormous, guys. It's freaking enormous. I'm going to try and pull it up really quick. Safari Zone Heart Gold. And so, I feel kind of bad now that I'm still ranting a bit, because I don't know, you know, what I'm saying. That's a shame. But anyway, in the Safari Zone in Heart Gold, there's a lot of areas. I don't remember how many areas total, but, basically, we're going to be using those objects they gave you. Unfortunately, there's an infinite amount of them. I thought they were limited and you had to, like, store them up, and that would have been terrible. But anyway, first area. Oh my gosh, there's so many cool new Pokemon in here. We're looking at a Manectric, Shinx. Shinx we can find elsewhere, though. We probably don't want Shinx. Manectric, Zigzagoon, Houndoom, Zangoose. Oh, Zangoose! I love Zangoose so much. I wanted to hunt one. Lotad, Surskit. Oh my gosh, man, look at all these. Oh, there's Nuzleafs. There's, Nosepass, Riolus. Oh my gosh, look at all these. This is nuts. There's, Luxios. There's Rhydons, Azurils, Cacturn. Oh my gosh, wait. Oh shoot, I missed my outro. Wait a minute. Actually, I guess I'm gonna carry on for this one. Hey, look, now I'm actually watching the outro. The outro, actually after the outro. Well, this is kind of weird. I'm sorry about that, but anyway, man, people actually tell me how cringeworthy this outro is, and I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. Do you like me or not? I gotta hurry up. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like the videos and subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next episode of Pokemon Q-Charm. Go you!